Good evening, this is Isaac from Blue Bag of Borelli, my place to talk all things AFL and my beloved Carlton. Tonight we have a special guest, Frankie Dukes, Taylor Walker Collectables. We've known each other since the age of 12, he's my sparring partner. So, the AFL fixture was released today, or yesterday, late yesterday. Today, we're going to talk about our both teams, our fortunes for 2025. We're going to go through our fixture. We're going to break it down. We're going to make our predictions. We're going to have a little bit of fun. And I'm sure people are going to pay us out for what we're going to come up with. But anyway, before we start, the AFL have given Carlton a Christmas present, a very early Christmas present. And it makes me very happy. Now, they gave us 12 Christmas presents. So I'm going to unlock them all here, go through them all, and then I'm going to turn the microphone over to Taylor Walker Collectables, Frankie Dukes. So, on the 12 days of Christmas, the AFL sent to me 3 Thursday night primetime games. On the 11th day of Christmas, the AFL sent to me 3 Friday night primetime games. So that's 6 in the first 16 weeks. As I said, we're a box office club. Win, lose or draw, we're always in the media spotlight. And next year, 2025, will be a massive year for the club. And this fixture, it's top 4 or bust. Non-negotiable. On the 10th day of Christmas, the AFL decided to give Carlton double ups against its 2 biggest rivals, Collingwood and Essendon, which is the first time since 2016. Every year, the first fixture that I always look at is how many times we play these 2 clubs, where and when. Finally, we can play each other twice for the first time since 2016. On the 9th day of Christmas, the AFL sent to me double ups against 2 bottom clubs, West Coast and North Melbourne. Now, if Carlton are fair income, that's 4 wins, and the 2 big bananas, the 2 big boppers, King Charles and Harry, usually feast on these 2 opponents. So I'm hoping that will continue next year. On the 8th day of Christmas, the AFL said, Isaac, we're going to give you West Coast Eagles a gather round. Thank you very much. That should be an 80-point trouncing. On the 7th day of Christmas, on Good Friday, we've got the Kangaroos. So again, we get a primetime slot, and it should be another win with King Charles again at the forefront. Now, the next present that the AFL gave us was no games in Queensland. Now that's unbelievable. No games in Queensland, bud. No Lions, no Suns in Queensland. 2 of the hardest road trips in the AFL. Then we also get no games in Tasmania or Northern Territory. And 1 game in New South Wales only. Not 2 trips to New South Wales, not a trip to Canberra, no opening round. 1 game at the SCG against the grand finalists from this year, the Swannies. 3 games in SA is another Christmas present from the AFL. I'll get to see my club live 3 times in my own home state. Gather round, then against Taylor Walker Collectables Crows and David Petrocaro's shaky Port Power. Now, we also get 2 games in WA. We only travel 6 times for the whole fixture. Now, if we are fair dinkum, this fixture is unbelievably favourable for my club.
That's why it's called a fixture.
And look, it is an unfair fixture, but I'm going to take it. I'm going to embrace it and I'm going to take it. So now, before I hand the microphone over to Dukes, I'm going to quickly go through our fixture round by round for the Carlton Footy Club as we strive for the race to 17. Opening round, we don't play. We got our wish. We put in the request that we didn't want to play in opening round. And you know what? We did it last year, so we'll give it to someone else. We go back to our traditional round one game, which is what we love. It's an away game against the Tigers. Carlton will win that game, I expect, by at least 8 goals. Triple C and Mackay to kick 7+ between them. Hopefully that will also see the debut game of the Camporeale boys, and hopefully our pick 3 in the draft. It's a generational draft. We're going to get a top-end talent. It's going to be a midfielder. It's either going to be Jagger Smith, Sid Draper, or Finn O'Sullivan. Hopefully they will debut in that game and maybe win the NAB Rising Star nominee. In round 2, we play the Hawks at the MCG. Now, this game is going to worry me. Their pace, their exuberance, their youth, their spread, they're all thrill at all costs. They've got too many smalls. I don't think we can cover their small brigade in the front half. So I'll drop that game to the Hawks in round 2. In round 3, we play the Bulldogs and we'll win that. Now in round 4, it's a pivotal game against the Pies. I'm going to say that we're going to split the games with Collingwood. I'll take 50-50 with Collingwood. Let's give us the win against the Pies. Let's say that's a win against the Pies. So we're 3-1. Gather round, we will go to 4-1 with an 80-point win against West Coast. And my big boy Charlie, 6 goals. 9 between the two big boppers. Good Friday in a tight clash. Now, I'm a sneaky chance to go to that game because I think we're going to be in Melbourne for my sister-in-law's 50th. So I'm a sneaky chance to sneak into that game. We will win that game in a tight game. I think the Kangas are going to improve next year. I do think that. They have to improve. But I'm going to give us a win by 3 goals. And the difference, again, will be Harry and Charles kicking 8+ between them. Now, Geelong, last year, we thrashed them by 11 goals. I was at that game with my brother, with Horsemaster, my cousin Terry. We won by 11 goals. We put the cats in the handbags. You know what? Let's beat Matt Mason's Geelong by 2 goals. Now, the Crows are Adelaide Oval. We're going to lose that game. Why? Because we always lose to the Adelaide Crows at Adelaide Oval.
Ben Keys.
We will lose by 19 points and I'm going to be pissed off. I'll be at that game and I'll be shaking my head because once again, Ben Keys will kick 3 goals with handballs over the top in the goal square. Rochelle will kick a goal and go like this. Is that what he does? He flaps and he waves his tongue. Alright? And then Rankin the Wizard, he'll kick 3 goals. So I'm going to give the Crows the win because our record against the Crows is poor. And until they turn it around, I can't tip them. I want to beat them. Believe you me, I want to beat them because, you know, there's a lot of people that give me a hard time. I've lived in Adelaide for a long time and the Crowies, they love it when the blue bagger loses. We play the Saints at the MCG. Now, if we're fair income, we win by 4 goals. We will drop the game to the Swans away. The Giants are Marvel. Now, we will beat the Giants. And once again, Cripps will be leading the way. Chera will hopefully be having a better season. Walsh will be there, riding shotgun, hopefully with Finn O'Sullivan there. The Campo boys, Blake Acres, bang, 5 goals, Harry Mackay, 3 to Charlie. Then we have the bye. Now, we will beat the drug cheats. We will beat the drug cheats, Essendon, at King's Birthday Eve on a Sunday night in round 13. And it will give me so much pleasure. Harry Mackay will kick 3 and De Koning will be best on ground. Charlie will kick 2 and will play further up the ground in a different role. Now, we go to West Coast Eagles in Perth as a second time already. Within 14 rounds, we would have played West Coast already the second time. Charles kicks 7 goals, we win by 65. Cripps will have 38, etc., etc. We know the story. North Melbourne at the MCG. Now, the game earlier in the year against North was at Etihad. But now, as the season is progressing and we go to the MCG, the bigger bodies, the younger bodies, Carlton will overrun them and win by 7+ goals. And yes, well, it's the 2 big boppers again with 7+ between them. And little Motlop will kick 3 goals in this game. Now, we come to Port Power. We come here and play Port Adelaide. And we will beat Mr. Christmas's David K. Pecci Port Power. We will grind them out. No Houston. Mitch Georgiadis gets worn like a glove by my new man. This is the new bobblehead, Jacob Wiedering. He will be best on ground. He will keep Mitch Georgiadis to 2 goals. We win by 6. Horn Francis kicks 2 goals and gives the finger to the Carlton faithful. And you know what I'll do? I'll have a drink. And I'll say, we won. We will beat Port. I'm going out on a limb. Port will not make the 8 next year. I've got them bottom 6.
I think so.
Bottom 6. They won't make the 8. I've got them bottom 6. They've got 3 players in the midfield. Georgiadis is a good player. Little Rioli there is okay. We will beat them by 19 points. Now, Port, we play the Pies, round 17. This will probably be the Peter Mack game. At the MCG, 90,000. Now, I'm going to say that we're going to split the 2 games this year. 1 win each. So, we bet them in round 4 and we lose to them in round 17. Why? Because Nick Dacos, no one can put a tag on him. Isaac's yelling at the TV to put the clamps on him, to steamroll him, tackle him, hurt him, make him go to the ground. They will win that game. So I'm going to give them 1 win each. I'll take that. 1 win each against our arch enemy. I will take that. Now, we've got Brisbane Lions at Marvel. Now, unless we can improve our kicking skills and not butcher the ball, which we do a lot, we are playing the Premiers. However, we are playing them at Marvel. But they don't have Joey Danaher.
Nope.
They tried to pinch Harry Mackay off us. Harry Mackay kicks a goal after the siren and we win by 3 points. Melbourne at the MCG. Now, if you look at the history of these 2 teams in the last 3 years, all their games have been decided by under a kick. That will continue next year and we will win by 2 points. With Jack Silvani kicking 2 goals, Motlop 2, Mackay 2, Charlie 2, 6 individual goal scorers, and we win an ugly, scrappy game, low scoring, because that's how Melbourne play, contest and pressure. We beat Melbourne 74-73 by 1 point again. Now, Hawthorn I'm scared of Hawthorn, so I'm going to we're going to lose to the Hawks. I'm scared of them. I don't know if we've got the answer for their leg speed. They're just too quick. So, now, in the final against Port Power, they had no Will Day.
Nope.
They had no Frosty.
Nope.
They've got the 2 new recruits coming in.
Mm-hmm.
The one from St Kilda Battle. Who was the other guy? Barras.
Yep.
And they didn't have Mitch Lewis in that final that they lost to Port. So that's 5 guys. 2 or 3 of those are A graders. They're going to get better. We don't have the players to stop their small brigade up front. And I'm going to say we're going to lose that game. Now, I was at that game this year when King Charles collapsed on his ankle. And they're just so quick, bud.
Yep.
They're like Energizer bunnies. So the Hawks will beat us. Fremantle away in Perth. They will beat us. It won't be easy, but they will beat us by 16 points. Now, the last 3 games of the year, the Suns, Port and Essendon, we will flex our muscle. Tom De Koning and Cripps will lead the way. Wiedering will be rock solid. We will beat the Suns by 36 points. Charlie will kick 5. We play Port at Marvel and we'll win by 6 goals. Motlop and Jack Silvani to kick 5 between them. Harry Mackay will kick 3. De Koning will dominate in the ruck. And then to finish off in round 24, a fairy tale. We need to win the game to secure top 4. They need to win the game to finish 8th. At 3/4 time, Essendon are in front by 16 points.
16?
16 points. At half time, Essendon were 32 points up. They were getting ahead of themselves. James Hird was jumping up in the air. I was angry. Now, in the last quarter, Tom De Koning goes berserk. We kick 9 in the trot and win by 27, which will break Essendon. They will then miss out on the 8. We will secure our spot in the top 4. So, I've got us winning. We're going to lose those. I've got us losing 7 games. We're going to finish with 16 and 7. Let me just double check that. Sorry. I've got us at 17 and 6. 17 wins and 6 losses. We finished second at the end of the home and away. The rest is up to you, Carlton. I've done the hard work for you. The AFL gave you 12 Christmas presents. I've unwrapped them. I've unlocked them. I'm very happy. I'm very excited. I'm looking forward to 2025. So, let me know in the comments down below what you think about our season's prediction. How many games are Carlton going to win next year at the end of the home and away season? Now, I will hand you the microphone over to Frankie Dukes and he will talk to us about the Adelaide Crows and what they're going to do in season 2025. Strap on your seatbelts and be prepared and be ready to be entertained. Bang.
Now, if you've got Christmas presents, well, this is going to be the year of the Crows. We are going to be almost unbeatable.
Okay.
Here we go. So we've got the Saints in the first game at Adelaide Oval around lunchtime on a Sunday. We've never played the Saints, D's or Port in round 1. I've got us beating the Saints. I'm not going to give out margins or anything. Saints are going to be an easy win for us.
8 plus?
Yeah, easily.
How many for Tex?
Tex will kick 3.
That's a good effort for Texie.
Well, Tex is going to be on minimum games. I think he might just play all home games. I don't think he's going to travel at all.
Okay.
Not MCG, unless it's finals. then it'll be a different story, but I don't think he's going to play any away games this year.
Okay, very good. So you're off to a flying start, knocking off the Saints at home.
Yep. Round 2, we have Essendon at the MCG. It's our first of 3 MCG games in 2025. We hardly ever play at the G, so I'm glad that we've got a few games to get the team ready for finals. So I've got us beating them as well. In round 3 at Adelaide Oval on a Sunday twilight, we've got the Kangaroos. That's going to be another win for us, so that's 3-0 already. Then we play the Suns at People's First Stadium, Saturday lunchtime. That's 4-0.
Now, where's that? Is that in
Darwin? Oh, is it Perth or wherever?
It's away. It's an away game. So you got them winning that game?
Yeah, easily.
And what if it's teaming down with wet weather again, like they did this year?
We've got the team this year to do it.
Okay.
We'll win this
Bang,
year.
4-0.
4-0. Now, this is going to be our first hiccup, unfortunately.
Right.
Everyone's going to say, no, we'll win at home against the Cats in Gather Round, but the Cats are the team that is hard to beat. So I've got us losing the Thursday night first game of Gather Round. Don't think we'll beat the Cats. After that, we've got the Giants at home. It's a Saturday night twilight. We beat the Giants last year at home, and we'll do it again this year. Then after that, we've got Freo at home. Away Friday night at Optus. We'll beat Freo at home, shan't we? Nah, they're going to beat us.
They're going to be very hard to beat
At
there
home, yes.
at home next year. They're a team on the rise.
Correct. And after that, as Isaac knows, we've got the Blues here, Saturday night twilight. As he said, we're going to win. Ben Keys will be on fire. We will win that game as well. After that, we have the showdown. It'll be Port's showdown. I will be attending that game. I will find a way to get a ticket to go along. We will win that game as well. I don't think Port are going to make the 8, so we're going to win both showdowns this year.
Well, I think the Crows will win more games than Port next year, and I think they'll finish above them.
Bar injury. I'm going to say all this is bar injury. If we have so many players out, then it's a different kettle of fish. But injury-free, suspension-free, we will be up there this year. Now, after that, we have the Pies. At the MCG, Saturday lunchtime, I have given it to the Pies winning that game. Next, we go back to the MCG. Is it MCG? No.
Wacker.
That is here home, sorry. It's
Okay.
Crows Eagles. I've got them two mixed up here.
That's an easy win.
Crows easy win. There's
Easy
another
win.
one for us.
That's 80 points.
How many are we winning this year? All
80
of them.
points, Tilthorpe 5.
5. That's good. Fog?
Fog 4, Tex 2, goals 2.
Very good. After that, we go off to the SCG and play the Swans. Unfortunately, I have us losing that game as well, which is not good. Anything can happen, but Sydney at home, hard to beat. They beat, it was someone that came back and beat when they were down. So giving it to the Swans for that one. The next we have the Lions back here Friday night. I have us beating the Lions. We drew last year. We'll beat the Lions this year.
There you go.
We go over to Tasmania and play the Hawks.
That's a tricky fixture. Notoriously, there's been a few tight contests in that game, but I think the Hawks will have the edge over you in that game.
Maybe. I think we will get that game as a win.
Wow. There you go.
After that, we've got the Tigers at the MCG. We are going to beat the Tigers
Comfortably.
easily.
8 goals. Tex doesn't even get on the aeroplane. Fogarty kicks 4.
Then we come back home and play the Demons at Adelaide Oval. I don't think we're going to lose many games. I've got us winning all Adelaide Oval games. So
it's a win. So before we turn over the page,
Yeah.
the Crows will be premiership favourites at this stage of the season.
correct. Then we go to Mars Stadium to play the Dogs. I've got us just beating the Dogs
Ooh,
over there.
there.
Just. It's going to come down to the wire.
Jesus, they're pretty hard to beat there.
That's all right. We'll see.
Tex won't go to that game.
Nope. that's fine. We've got the new crew coming in. Fogarty needs to be stepping up. He's going to take the mantle. Tilthorpe,
Rankin, Rochelle. What does Rochelle do? Is that what he does? Oh, he does that. Okay.
Then we have the Suns at Adelaide Oval. That's another.
That's a win. Jeez, you play the Suns twice as well.
Suns twice, Port twice, Hawks twice, Kangaroos twice. I'm pretty sure I say Kangas. So we got the showdown is the second one after that.
Texas final showdown?
Yes. Texas, unless something happens that they make finals, which we doubt, but bar everything, Texas last showdown.
There you go. How many showdowns has he played in?
I can't remember off the top of my head.
It'll be a bit of homework for you. To
give me 20 minutes and I'll be able to get back to you.
No problems.
I'm probably right in here how many he played.
Yep.
So after the showdown, we have the Hawks again at home. That's another win. We'll beat them at home. Tex.
Wow. Okay. It's your this is your prediction.
We'll beat the Hawks at home. That's easy. We shouldn't lose any Hawk games. If we're a serious team, you don't lose at home. End of story.
Okay.
After that, we go to Optus in Perth to play the Eagles. We've got us winning that again.
Percentage boost.
There you go. Right in time.
Tilthorpe 5 goals.
Now, the next one is the Pies at Adelaide Oval. Texas probably last game if we are not making finals. I don't think we will. I think we will, sorry. I don't think this will be his last game. But his last Adelaide Oval game, little fun fact, if that is his last game, full circle. Taylor Walker, first game was against Collingwood, kicked 1 goal on the boundary. To this game against Collingwood, full circle, plays Collingwood in his last ever game. So
and kicks 2 goals.
2 goals. Hopefully, it's going to be a sad day. I'm not ready for it. I will never be ready for it. But let's see how we go.
Embrace his farewell tour. Make every game count.
That's correct. And then in our last game, we play the Kangaroos at Marvel. We will win that one as well. Going back to the Pies, we'll beat the Pies in Texas' last game. Then we go to the Kangaroos at Marvel, and we'll win that game as well.
So what will you finish with at the end of round 24?
I think it's going to be up to 18, 19 wins and about 4 or 5 losses. So we're going to be right up there.
So you're going with 18 wins or 19?
Go 18 just to be safe.
18 and 5, 17 and 6. We see you at the grand final at the MCG.
If you make it.
Can you imagine Carlton and Crows in the grand final?
Now, who could be a good Norm Smith medalist?
Now, if that happens, I'll keg my Dax. And we will both be at the game together.
We will.
Tex will do the power stance again. And Zachy will be praying to the gods. And hopefully Paddy Cripps will take us to the Holy Grail. And it'll be the first to 17.
Now, I was talking about Ben Keys winning North Smith, not Tex, but Ben Keys to ruin Carlton's party on grand final day.
Well, if we do play each other in the grand final, it will be massive. There'll be carloads going there from here. And I don't know what I'm going to do if we win the flag. I really don't. You'll been cry. A long time.
You'll cry.
It's been a long time.
I'll cry. I'll be crying if we win the flag.
We played each other in the 1993 match at Waverley. I think it was in the second semi. We've played it. How many times have we played each other in finals? I think only twice.
Yeah, it's not many at all.
In the year 2001, I reckon, and we played when Kudafidis won that game. Yep. Lappin kicked 5, 5th versus 8th.
Yeah, thanks.
And in 93, Craig Bradley kicked 5 and Sticks 3, 8 goals from the 2 SA boys. We wouldn't have won the game otherwise. Now, if Carlton and Crows play in the grand final, it's going to be on. It'll be a dream come true. Carlton will beat Collingwood in the prelim. by 1 point after the siren.
Who's kicking that?
King Charles.
King Charles.
King Charles will kick the goal and bury the hatchet and shut up all of his critics. And the Crows in the prelim will come from behind and beat Essendon. Essendon bet them in the prelim in 93. This time the Crows serve it back to them. Revenge. It'll be a perfect grand final. Carlton versus Crows. Now, this is Isaac from Blue Bag of Borelli, my place to talk about all things Carlton, AFL. Win, lose or draw, I love my club. And thank you, Frankie Dukes.
No worries. Taylor Walker Collectables on Instagram.
Now, look out for us, like us, share us, subscribe us, tell everyone about us, support us. It's for free. We appreciate all the support. We take a little bit of a piss out of each other, but hey, what's wrong with that? We love football. Big deal. Awesome. Football gives us a lot of joy, gives us a lot of conversation, and connects us with others. This is Isaac, and I'll catch you on my next video. Go the Blues. Next Wednesday night is a huge night.
Don't forget about this Saturday.
Tomorrow, I'll be at the Aqaba Hotel. Thank you, Dukes, for reminding me. I'll be at the Aqaba Hotel tomorrow night. An evening with Charlie Curnow, my boy, and his brother Ed. I'm going to be having a photo with them and hopefully getting their autograph and telling Charlie how much I love him. But I'm also going to say to Charlie, when you're in the goal square, what do you think I'm going to tell him?
Don't pass.
Don't play on. Take 30 seconds off the clock. Look at yourself at the scoreboard. Kick the goal. Give your teammates 30-second breather. Milk the clock. That's what I'm going to tell you tomorrow, King Charles.